Am I the a-hole for trying to bankrupt my ex-wife after our divorce? Hey Reddit, I'm in a really tough spot, and I need some perspective on whether I've gone too far. My ex-wife, Sarah 35F, and I 38M were married for 10 years before things fell apart. We have 2 kids together, which makes this whole situation even messier. Now, after everything that's happened, I'm wondering if I've crossed a line by trying to ruin her financially after our divorce. Let me give you some backstory first. Sarah and I got married in our mid-20s, and at first, everything was great. We were happy, had similar life goals, and started building a family together. She stayed home for the first few years after our kids were born, and I worked a pretty demanding job to support the family. We weren't wealthy by any means, but we had a comfortable life. However, about 5 years into our marriage, things started to change. Sarah began pursuing her own career goals, which I was totally supportive of. She wanted to start her own business, and I helped her with the initial investment, pouring a decent chunk of our savings into her startup. I believed in her and wanted to see her succeed. The business didn't take off right away, but she kept at it, and eventually, it started doing pretty well. But as her business grew, our relationship began to crumble. We started arguing about everything: money, time, responsibilities with the kids. It felt like we were living separate lives. I was still working my demanding job, and Sarah was more focused on her business than anything else, including our marriage. I resented the fact that I was still doing the majority of the household chores after work while she was putting in long hours at her business. I tried to talk to her about it, but every conversation turned into a fight. I felt like I was always the bad guy for wanting more balance. Things reached a breaking point when I discovered she had been talking to one of her business partners in a way that was way too flirty for my comfort. She swore it was nothing, but the trust was already broken. After months of therapy and failed attempts to fix things, we decided to end the marriage. It was a mutual decision at first, but the divorce quickly turned bitter. We both lawyered up, and it became a battle over finances, custody, and who got what. Here's where things get messy. During the divorce proceedings, I learned that Sarah's business was actually doing a lot better than I thought. She had kept some of her financial success hidden from me, and I felt completely betrayed. I had supported her, put my own money into her business, and worked my ass off to provide for the family while she built her career. Now, she was going to walk away with a booming business, while I felt like I was left in the dust. My lawyer suggested that we go after her business in the settlement, and honestly, I was all for it. I felt like I deserved a portion of her success since I had invested in it from the beginning. But it didn't stop there. As the divorce dragged on, I got angrier and more resentful. I wasn't just trying to get a fair settlement anymore. I wanted to make her feel the pain that I was feeling. I pushed for more and more in the negotiations, trying to squeeze every last dime out of her. At one point, I even considered trying to tank her business by going after her financially in ways that could bankrupt her. I thought about leaking some sensitive information I had on her company or stirring up trouble with her business partners. I wanted her to feel the weight of everything she had done to me, to see that her actions had consequences. I didn't go through with the more extreme plans, but I definitely pushed hard for a larger financial settlement than I might have otherwise. I didn't care if it put her in a tough spot. I figured she had caused enough damage to our marriage and my life that she deserved whatever came her way. I was willing to risk her financial stability, even though it might impact our kids in the long run. Now that the dust has settled, I'm starting to feel guilty. I'm questioning whether I took things too far. My friends are split. Some say she had it coming, that she was dishonest about the business and emotionally checked out of the marriage long before I found out about the flirty messages. Others think I went overboard and should have focused more on what was best for our kids instead of trying to punish Sarah financially. The thing is, I still have to co-parent with Sarah, and our relationship is incredibly strained. We barely speak unless it's about the kids, and even then, it's tense. I know the kids can feel the tension, and it's weighing on me. They love their mom, and I don't want to be the reason she struggles or can't provide for them the way she wants to. But at the same time, I can't shake the feeling that I was justified in going after her the way I did. She hid things from me, checked out of the marriage, and made me feel like I was just a workhorse for the family. So, Reddit, am I the a-hole for trying to bankrupt my ex-wife after our divorce? Did I go too far by letting my anger and resentment drive me to push for more than my fair share? Or was I justified in getting back at her for how she treated me in our marriage? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, please.